Roger Federer. Oh my gosh, man. There's really, there's really not much for me to say except congratulations. I think a match today against Djokovic was just great. Nice, smooth, clean match. Pretty easy going. You kept your nerves. I like to think that you saw my video since I didn't see you doing like any hand pumps or like flipping that switch like I was talking about with Djokovic. You know how he likes to create this whole thing where the opponent is just like fuel for his fire, and just rising to the challenge. I'm sorry, I gotta make sure that my car is okay. Anyway, so no, I just wanted to say congratulations. So proud of you. There's really nothing to say except you did a great job, and like look what happens. Look at what happens when you are just completely focused and locked in and dialed in. Like I said, like good things happen. I feel like my job is almost done. I'll never want to stop talking to you though. You're will always be my friend in my head if we don't ever meet you, Mirka, and the whole team Federer. But yeah, listen, good luck tomorrow, Sunday rather. I'm going to be watching that match too. I'm excited. I don't know who won by now, but it seemed like Murray just got very excited. I saw before I closed my computer down to get out for the day after your match. I saw on Twitter that Murray was already up like 4-1 against Tsonga. Sorry to say, but how Tsonga could kind of be. So I'm assuming that if Tsonga didn't check back in, that Murray actually is in the finals. And for me, personally, because Murray is, only seemingly motivated all of a sudden now that Nadal is out, he just doesn't strike up any points of respect in my heart, and I don't mean to say it like that, but it'd be really interesting if I think tennis would be a lot more interesting if a lot of these guys, kind of had this thought this morning, like Monfils, Tsonga, Murray, Djokovic, Nadal, if all you guys got together, ATP got you guys together and just did an entire clinic on mental, just working under certain mental performance, like I was talking about with the guy who does that with the Red Bull athletes. They get all the athletes who compete together, all the surfers who compete together, and then sometimes the surfers are really young, so Red Bull puts them all in the same house and they become friends even though they're competitors, but they get down to business in these mental stamina, mental fitness. Actually, I want to take credit for that word, mental fitness. I've never heard anybody else say it. I've come up with it. It could exist out there, but I just feel like that's something that came out of my mind. Anyway, whatever. Don't pay any attention to me right now. My own little thing. Got to keep checking on the car over there. So yeah, it'd be interesting, just to get you guys, all in a clinic and just learn just getting some exercise on the mental resolve, because I think it would make tennis so much more exciting. Who would Murray be? Who would Tsonga and Monfils be? With some, with some freaking belief in themselves, both Tsonga and, Monfils. I just want to talk about them for a second. They just look so confused when they're on the verge of winning. It's almost like they have this rule in their head, it is completely inconceivable for them to be capable of winning anything. And I feel like sometimes that comes from family conditioning or society's conditioning, and things like that. And it's not only a problem with them, I feel like Murray too. I don't know what goes on with Murray. He's got some real things to work with, but this is not to put people down, but it's just how exciting would it be just to see you guys in your top element? And I feel like no matter how good these guys are, really, they would just continue to bring the best out in you, Roger Federer, and that would be so freaking exciting, So anyway, I know I went off on a tangent, but I have to say, I love it that you went toe to toe with. I love it that you went toe to toe with Djokovic today. Like, you stayed at the baseline. It's almost like maybe you read a couple of things where people are like, oh, a lot of people can't handle the, Joker at the baseline. Usually he's like 63% or something like that. I saw online. It's like 63%. Federer's like 49%, and Nadal's like between the two somewhere. I don't know if that was like all the right statistics, but I'm pretty sure I read that somewhere. So it's kind of cool that you were like, excuse me, I could go toe to toe with this dude, and I'm gonna show all you people, So that was really cool. So I guess you obviously didn't really need the Mophis, the videos that I posted up yesterday. Damn it, I could have been out earlier instead of spending time in those videos. And I'm just kidding. No. This is something that I really, really love to do, and I love you showing the fullness of your capacity and reminding people of the seemingly massive and infinite realm that your skills exist in. So that's really good. But yeah, I could go on all day, but I'm really, really excited for you, Roger. I mean, you totally deserve this. And I have to say, too, it's really like, I really don't mean to come across this person in a video who's making myself seem like I'm like analyzing all of the people in the box, like looking at Mirka, if her hands are like this or something, and mentioning it in a video or something. I don't mean to seem that way. Or if Paul Anacone has a Roger Federer hat on. I don't mean to be that way. But I just noticed like how happy your dad really seemed. Your father seemed so moved, and it's just so wonderful when a parent like is just so proud of their child excelling. I just thought it was a really sweet moment. Your father looked like so proud of you. Looked really moved, and even at the match with Benito, like the look on his face was like, it was just so full of love, I don't mean to, maybe I get a little corny like this sometimes, but I really love that, and I hope that my saying that and noticing that is not like seeming like I'm overanalyzing something or creating some kind of atmosphere where someone will be like, oh my gosh, they would show no emotion, or people will be commenting on it. I really hope not. And I'm kind of sure it really isn't a big deal, but I'm just saying, it was really nice to see that. It was really, really nice to see that. It was a very sweet moment. And it was so good to see Mirka happy. and Roger Federer fans and me happy, and just everybody, And boy, you were cool as a cucumber, I have to say. Cool as a cucumber, Loved it. Really, really loved it. I can't think of much more in the match, except that, again, I mean, there are a couple of things, like when you were at net, what I really love is how you stand hard and firm like a warrior at net. It's like you get to the net and you really make your presence very much so known. Like if someone's going to get off a shot, like they feel like they're going to get ready to like slam like some sort of passing shot or whatever, like you really become present. I've seen you do it in the Benito match and a few other matches, and you really become present, and it's very imposing. You can notice it like even through the television, and it's freaking beautiful how you just stand your ground right there at the net, like I'm here. So yeah, sorry. So yeah, I love that. But the other thing is, I mean, I think it's good to just take a look at like some of the mistakes again. There was like, you kind of flicked again, like that shot over. Maybe maybe that's the way you are, like, I'm doing this, I don't care what you say, oh world, girl, this is my game, so maybe that's something that you'll just always choose to do, and you and I will just agree to disagree cordially. That's all. Because I feel like you should be putting those balls away, because they're always going to get chased down, and you're never going to, I don't want to say you're never going to win a point, but you don't win the point, and you didn't win the point today with Djokovic, and I'm not trying to be like in your face about it by saying it that way, but, just saying it in the spirit of just like wanting you to get every single point, like seeing like when you're in net, like, could you put some more speed on that ball? Or don't even, because it's not even, it's like if you're a net, you got to make it work for you, obviously you don't need me to really tell you that, but then it's kind of like you made two different plays at the net today, and you weren't able to capitalize off of them. They ended up going to Djokovic, the points. So if Djokovic is a little mentally not impaired, but impaled, no, I don't know. Anyway, so yeah, he was a little bit mentally, a little bit out of it, but that was because you gave him no reason to flip that switch and get on into his own battling spirit. He gets into these stories, it's kind of like, I don't know, like he's like, I'm gonna beat the world, the entire world's against me, like you didn't give him any reason to do that, so he didn't flip that switch. It was really smart. So just I think you were serving really well. You were going like blow for blow on the like just pound for pound, toe to toe, like from the baseline, and that might have intimidated him as well. There were probably seems like it was a little more speed on your balls, and there was your serve. There was one serve at Game 6, which I like to think, yay! It was like doing stuff at Game 6. Somebody was like, ooh, like the commentator was like, Federer's turning it up. I think this was the second set or the third set. I think it was the third set. Turning it up at Game 6, and you also had this amazing serve as well. I think it was the fastest one, but I apologize for this. I just need to make sure my car is okay. You did just an amazing job. I feel like you're just there. There's just nothing more to really say in the videos for right now. Once Sunday comes, I feel like I'll have a little bit more to say about some things. But until then, you're doing a fantastic job. I feel like, what more can a fan ask for? I'm just happy to see that you're doing well and that your family's happy, and I don't know. It's weird, even though I don't know you or anything, but I think all of that turmoil over the last couple of years, and maybe not even to go into all of that right now. Just you did an amazing job, and just celebrate that. I'm sure you're having a great time, and I just wish you continued success, continued high success, and I'm so happy for you, so behind you, and just keep it going. That's all I can say for now. If I come up with anything else, I'll always make another video. But until then, until that time, I will see you later. Have a good one, my friends.